Are you suffering from diabetes? People who are prone to diabetes, especially those who have the disease in their family's history, should consider that there is a great possibility that they or their kids might inherit the illness. So, the best way to go about it is to become very informed about the condition. The following are some of the things that people who are prone to diabetes must consider. 1. Type of diabetes. Experts say that the severity of diabetes can be determined through its types, including type 1 diabetes, also known as juvenile diabetes, or insulin-dependent diabetes, which is an autoimmune type targeting the body's immune system and the least common type. The type 2 diabetes, also known as non-insulin-dependent diabetes mellitus, or adult-onset diabetes, which affects the amount of insulin produced in the person's body, and gestational diabetes, which is common among women who are conceiving or pregnant. 2. Symptoms. To know if you are suffering from diabetes or not, knowing the symptoms for each type would help you a lot. Those who suffering from type 1 diabetes would experience 1 diabetes exceptional thirstiness, dryness of mouth despite taking in lots of fluid, the urgent need to urinate more often, drastic loss of weight even as they are eating fairly well, exhaustion or feeling of being weak or tired despite less workload, and blurring of vision in most occasions. For type 2 diabetes, sufferers experience often blurring of vision, wounds, sores, or cuts that takes a long time to heal, itchiness of skin in many parts of the body, frequent development of yeast infections, increased or onset thirst, drying of mouth, frequent urination, and mild to extreme leg pains. Gestational diabetes symptoms are also alike with other types, it's just that they are short-termed because the disease ends once the woman gives birth. However, people who have this type of diabetes should be more careful because it can lead to type 2 if not monitored and treated immediately. 3. Diagnosis. For a person to finally know whether he or she suffers from diabetes, tests for diagnosis are a must. Although the symptoms can give you a hint whether you are suffering from the illness or not, relying on these are not enough. Experts say that the only way to confirm if one has diabetes or not is to get a test. Now, there are so many types of tests that one can get, including fasting plasma glucose test, which is considered as the most preferred test for people with diabetes and requires a person to go fasting at least 8 hours or ideally the night before the test to ensure that the blood sample that will be drawn and examined for glucose levels is accurate. Random blood glucose test, which, unlike the fasting plasma glucose test, doesn't require fasting, but the blood samples should be drawn out immediately after the person has eaten or has drunk something. Oral glucose tolerance test, which requires the person to fast not less than 8 hours and prohibits him or her to smoke cigar and drink coffee before drawing the blood sample for the testing. Glucose challenge test is for women who are prone to gestational diabetes when they are pregnant. Impaired fasting glucose test, which is considered as a new diagnostic category for people with diabetes. Here, blood sugar levels are and can determine the probability of the person to have diabetes. Well, we hope this information is useful to you. If you've made it this far, you can go to the first link in the description to claim a report that we have prepared to help you with your health. But first, don't forget to subscribe and share this video. Have a nice day.